So next we have organizational process as theater. Here we have 6 categories, and the first one would be meetings. Meetings would be magnets attracting managers looking for something to do, problem seeking answers, and people looking to solve those problems. So the next category is going to be planning. So here we have an analogy of a rain dance, which is how no matter how good the dancing is, it will not actually affect the weather. So here with corporate planning, this is how the corporate planning is directed at improving the dance and not the actual weather. So it's pretty much just how the plan appears and not the actual output of the work. So plans are actually symbols that all is well or that improvement is near in the company. The plans also become games, and the benefits lie in the process and not the result. Also, plans become excuses for interaction, so it pretty much forces discussion and may increase. The next category would be evaluation, which is where organizations spend much time, energy, and resources doing evaluations which may or may not actually help with improvements. This shows spectators that the organization is responsible, serious, and well managed, and shows that goals are taken seriously, performance receives attention, and improvement is a high priority. This also allows employees to be recognized and share opinions, enabling them to. So now our fourth category will be collective bargaining. This is where it is designed to convince each side that the outcomes were the result of a heroic battle, and that each side fought hard to get what they want, and so it almost appears like it's a win-win situation or a collaboration. This also obscures the actors that they know the ending in advance. So an example here would be, say, a product is worth $50, but you're bargaining down, and you go for something pretty low, like let's. Lastly, we have categories 5 and 6, which are power and managing impressions. For power, it is often hard to tell who actually has power. People who talk a lot, does that mean they have power? Or people who belong to committees, they might seem powerful, but in retrospect, they actually aren't. Also, people who are close to the action and always involved doesn't necessarily mean they have power, even though it may seem that way. So it's pretty much just acting like you have something that you don't, which in this case would be power. So a good example in this case would be in class. It's pretty much like people who talk a lot may seem that they're smart, but actually it's not the quantity of what you say and like how much you say, but it's actually the quality of the answers. The answers could mean nothing, but even though they just say a lot of words. So here generally there's a little relationship between activity and impact, and this impact may actually be negative. The last category would be managing impressions. So it's pretty much convincing investors of future worth of. For my Dilbert example, the episode is from season 1. It's episode 1 entitled The Name, and it's actually part 2 of 3 on YouTube. And pretty much the scene that you just have to watch is the first 2 minutes. So in this scene in the Dilbert episode, it relates to organizations as theater. When Dilbert says meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting, they'll decide to do things. So it's a lot of so much input, and where input is much easier than real work. So it's just pretending that they're actually doing real work and making plans to do anything, but they actually never get anywhere. So this would be like from the meetings category. And the boss only acts like he knows what he's doing, and he's saying a lot of wrong things, i.e., to think of a name first for a product, whereas Dilbert knows that he's wrong, but still the boss pretends that he's like more high up, and he's just telling Dilbert to be quiet, and that the boss's way is.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We will be uploading more information on WebCT, and you can also leave comments or questions there. Thank you.